What's up? We are here for round 3 of the standard challenge. Playing Claudio, so this should be a good one. No, you do not keep one-landers. You don't keep 6 one-landers either, so... You don't love going to 5 against somebody that's probably playing a control, some sort of big mana deck, but hey, you also don't love keeping one-landers against them, so... We will take our mull to 5 and be happy with it. And so this is an even worse one-lander than you can, than you would initially have. Because even though it looks like that's a dual land, it's not. It's just a mountain until we can find another mountain or island. So at least he's mulling also. Now we do have a keep here. I guess what I'm going to do is go bottom the Falls and the Thrill Seeker. That was an interesting hand. You had options of what you could have done, but I did it this way so we can try to get pressure out as early as possible. My yield, I gotta fix this. It's annoying. But this way we can potentially be drawing cards off of the Fear. So he's on Dimir, so that's annoying, but that's even more so why we wanted to get creatures out early. I didn't really want to have that tap land come up. Discarding this, so this way we can start swinging. If we draw a land, we could actually play the Fear and the Winter Night, but... Now we can. But... Still for sure playing the Fear. Even though we don't have 3 mana, I don't think I can afford to hold this into the Flood Maw. We're already down on resources. The Flood Maw literally just trades tempo, or trades cards for tempo. And I'm not in a spot where I can afford to do that right now. Potentially gives us Delirium. Well, actually, for sure gives us Delirium, assuming an exile. He probably just kills it the same way as my guess. But, we'll see. It's definitely not a hand where I want to be tossing creatures. But I also don't want to toss 2 cards. If I had drawn 2 lands, for instance, I probably just would have discarded the 2 cards and kept for the creatures. This Engineer represents a flyer also. I'm just gonna pitch him though. The Fear of Missing Out gives us a potential to free draw. It also works with this Edict. Yeah, I figured that was coming. He's got a Payto, that's pretty much it. So if we draw land or shark, we can go profs. If we draw the other one of those, we can play out the land of the shark and then fear missing out to draw a card for free. That's about our best case scenario here. We're expecting a Kato though. Oh, he just passed. So. We're not out of this yet. He's only got one card in his hand. It's certainly not the one I wanted to draw. Not this turn, but I would have been dead next turn. Alright. You can see there's a chance for them to still sneak under you. So this is a sideboard I've been doing. It's basically bringing in a ton of fire magics. They're basically all their creatures are 1 toughness, so this can be a big blowout. The Scorching Dragonfire can exile Curiosity. This isn't necessarily a match that we're going to be wanting Curiosity, but I guess I still bring it in. The Dragon Hunts are weird because they're sorcery speed, and this is a deck you really want to play against at instant speed. So you could leave this, maybe I do, and cut 1 profs. And again, just the obligatory, my sideboarding plans are still more art than science. I will at some point get a guide out of what I actually recommend, but I need to figure out what I'm recommending before I do that. So. This hand is awful, but it has 3 lands. It's better than going 5. So. And that's nothing. We mulled to 5 that last game, so like, you know, we still almost were able to turn the corner. Figured that was coming. Like I would have loved to have that stories right about now, huh? Well, at least you can't cut this down. Want a million lands, but I'm so sorry that you have to have a body. This is a pitch 2 lands situation.
Narcissist in the world. Oh, how they'll screw you. So sorry that you have to have a body. So very sorry that you have to have a body. Oh yeah, I'm sorry that you have to have a body.
Have a Vivi. But we got a Thrill Seeker. I don't really want to discard any of these. I could have done the Winterite stories first, I suppose. I went ahead and did this. I know he's got to go for the throat. I'm basically just trying to get it out of his hand. Well, he still has to go for the throat. So yeah, this is not going well here. I think it's pretty much over. Yeah, he just was able to tempo me out here again. So I'll be able to maybe live. He's probably got to cut down.
It's so hard to get revenge. The human element drags you down. Lead a solitary life if you can.
Oh, I would have to untap. I would have to tap him to do that. I don't want to do that.
Let the rumors find such bridges as they may. Reckon I'm the very
Then I would be dead. So.
find a way, make it real. Make a deal until my protector comes. It's so hard to be yourself when you've already seen the inside. Try to navigate the turns as best you can. Headed on down the slide. Shortcuts are where you find them.
This is why I was saying the dragon hunt doesn't really do you any good when you're getting beat to death by manlands.
Never you mind them, make it real. Make a deal until my protector comes. Huge wings blotting out the sun.
So I can do the Winterite stories, but he just kills me with this. So yeah, 1 and 2. It's also a 60-person event, so we are 4 short of going to 7 rounds. So what that means is when you're really close to an extra round, there are going to be fewer X2s make it. So I'm already eliminated from the top 8, but I can still make top 16, so I'm going to run it out. Again, that's, I think, the only tier 1 deck for a reason. It's super annoying, but again, I do still think this is a positive matchup versus them. You saw that I just stumbled. That second hand I had was kind of wonky. I should have probably pitched it. The Winterite stories are not like super useful in that match because it's more about getting the tempo and keeping the tempo. Whoever can present a board presence that the other person can't, flip, is really what is the main indicator of winning that match. So Winterite stories is useful, but you don't necessarily want 3 in your opener, and you saw I kind of got bit for that. But I just mulled the 5. I didn't want to mull again. I had lands and stuff, so Claudio's one of the best players, so sometimes you just lose when you're playing against some good players on a good deck, and that's kind of what happened there.